Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. I want to talk about something that literally my little 20-year-old friend who we're supposed to start doing movies together, he's very excited about that. He brought up, and he said, if you have someone that you think you're with and they're not giving you love and affection, and I don't mean literally, I mean sex, hugs, kisses, real intimacy on a daily basis, then you're really not with them. You just have a buddy. You just have a conversationalist. Now, everybody wants to paint me as the evil guy, the bad guy, the unfeeling guy, but the reality is that I look at things from a practical standpoint. There are different slots that people fall in as far as relationships go. Your son has the son slot. You're the parent, he's your son. The daughter has the daughter slot, and those are not the same thing, mind you. And you're the parent, she's the daughter. Your husband has the husband slot. Your wife has the wife slot. Your girlfriend or boyfriend, and I'm going to go full on modern relationship, not the traditional one where you court somebody, ask their parents for the hand in marriage, get married, and then they're your wife, right? That's the traditional. I'm going to go the full on modern where you're both sluts and you have sex with everybody that you meet. Literally, that's about as basic as it gets. And people actually fought for women and men to debase relationships down to that. So if that's the modern version of a relationship, however tenuous it is, however unpredictable it is, however stupid it is, because at the end of the day, if you're going around having sex, you're going to have kids out of wedlock, and that is bad. But let's pretend for a minute that I believe in modern relationships. So if you have somebody in the lover slot, although there's not a lot of love in there, love is something that grows. It's not something that happens after 2 a.m. If you have somebody in the lover slot, but you're not getting hugs, kisses, real intimacy, and here's what's really missing. I've met girls who say, "Oh, I don't kiss." Wait, what? Do you have sex that often that you have developed a paranoia of catching something by kissing somebody? A. B, that you are so jaded by the whole deal and think that kissing is reserved for somebody who you want to truly be intimate with. That should tell you right then and there that you're a big time whore. Prostitutes do that. Let's not mince words here. Prostitutes, women who give up sex for money, that's what they do. They don't kiss. And it's not about diseases. It's about intimacy, the intimacy level. So if you're not getting kisses, hugs, and hugs is not that intimate. You can literally hug strangers, around the world, outside of the United States. Everybody hugs. Hello. That includes strangers. Joe, meet Jim. Oh, hug, cheek kiss. Hugging is not that intimate, but it's more intimate than nothing. If you're not getting that, then you have a buddy. And what you need to do is get rid of that person because they are no longer fulfilling your lover slot. And I'm just talking about lovers. If you're married, you need to work that out. That is something's very wrong if that's going on. It's funny, I saw a meme picture that said a real woman, if she found out that you had side chicks, would lay down at your feet and kiss your feet and say, "What can I do to fulfill your every need?" Now, of course, that sounds wrong, and in this day of feminism and rampant feminism, that sounds terrible. But if you go to couples therapy, the therapist is going to say, "What are you not doing to fulfill his needs?" The therapist is going to tell you, you're doing something wrong, not he's doing something wrong. When they did a survey of why people cheat, the number one answer was, "I'm not getting it at home." That's what this entire video is about. I'm not getting it at home. I say, if you reach that point, Don't go to couples therapies because there is a woman or a man out there that will hug and kiss you every time he sees you. Literally. Ta-da! I just came out the bathroom. Hug and kisses. Ta-da! I just emptied the trash. Hug and kisses. Now, for some of you, that might be too much, but for some people, that might be the therapy that they need from a very bad child upbringing. You know what I'm talking about? That they have some issues from childhood of not being loved. So they would need somebody who's overly intimate. We need more love in the world, not less love in the world. If you have, mainly I'm targeting women. No, I'm targeting men talking about women, because the person who does not fulfill the needs is the woman. Because women are taught that. They're not taught about after you've put up all the walls to push men away and you've let the one guy, just like the sperm, get in. What do you do after that? You're not taught that. You are just not taught that. Nobody wants to talk about that. Your parents don't want to talk about that. It's awkward. Well, I'm here to tell you, after the walls have come down, after you have physically said we are boyfriend and girlfriend, or we are lovers, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go with boyfriend and girlfriend. That's the most kind of traditional. There's a commitment to it. You've agreed to something, however surface like it is. If you've agreed to be boyfriend and girlfriend, after you've made that agreement, you need to fulfill your side of it. That means he isn't just a cash cow that you can just pluck money out of when you get good and ready and do nothing. Yes, men pay for sex. That's how the society has done it. Men pay for sex, although they don't have to. You know, if you really want to be equal, you would be honest with yourself, sex, and tell yourself as a woman, you need sex just as much as the guy. But I'm talking to guys right now. If she is not giving it up and you've agreed to be boyfriend and girlfriend, and agreed that a part of being boyfriend and girlfriend is intimacy, is sex, and she's not doing it, you need to drop her. Point blank. No couples therapy. No, she's not the one for you. She has nothing for you, and you should have nothing for her. Do you know that there are more women on the planet than men, period? In some states, it's as high as 3 women to 1 man. No, I think that one of the states and one of the cities has like 7 to 1. It's crazy. And you're hanging on to some weird, wacky, psychologically damaged woman that thinks sex is bad because she was brought up by some homosexual pastor, preacher guy that said sex is horrible, but he's creeping off at night and having sex with boys or something totally wrong, but telling his children that sex is horrible and nasty, and or the single mom that has raised her children to completely fear sex, although we're all here because of sex, and I'm not here, you're not here, and I'm not here to fix those people. You need to weed them out, just like my gardening videos. You need to weed them out. Okay, she's damaged. Time to move on. Why? Because there is a fantastic woman waiting for me who wants to be my wife, wants to have my children, wants to create a legacy for us together. Trust me, she's out there. Drop these weird, wacky, but I've been knowing her all my life. Okay, did you know she was a psycho beforehand? You still need to drop her. I'm all about telling you what you need to do for you. I'm not here about this politically correct, let's all hold hands and sing Kumbaya, and let's all be nice to people who don't deserve our time and energy. If you're with somebody who does not hug, kiss you, and give you sex and intimacy, listen to what you say, and tell you about their day, you need to drop that person, period. Drop them. No, there is no, do not pass go, do not collect 200. No, you need to drop them. If you're married, you need to go to counseling immediately or have some sort of intervention with people who aren't going to feel awkward talking about sex with you. Maybe it's not your parents. Maybe it's you and 12 of her girlfriends who say, honey, girlfriend, listen to us. You are creating a bad home, a bad marriage. Whatever stupidity you have going on in your head that you're punishing him by not giving him sex, you need to stop. Otherwise, this isn't a marriage. This is something completely different. Sex has a slot in your brain, in your makeup, in your body. Just like food has a slot, water has a slot, pooping has a slot, sex has a slot. That's if you're married. If you're not married, you need to drop her or him. And you need to think about the situation. Now, if it's a guy and he doesn't give you sex, why isn't he giving you sex? Is he working 12 hours a day? Does he come home and say, my feet are killing me, I need to rest? Then you need to be sensitive to that. And after he's slept for 10 hours, wake him up with a nice sex hello, good morning, start his day off right. There are many older women who have said, I give my man as much sex as he needs, which puts the dick on lockdown. There is no man who's going to go looking for sex, and you need to, of course, you need to keep it fresh, of course, right? These are women talking. This isn't me talking, but I agree with the women. If you put it on lockdown, if you're giving him everything he could possibly want and do and fulfill his fantasies, I know you have this psychological damage that, sex has to be in the missionary position. I can't do that other stuff. If he's your husband, you better goddamn well do everything that he asks. He's your husband. That's it. It's just you and him for the rest of your life. Except for the whole, let's do a threesome. No. That's where you draw the line and say you don't want a marriage. You want something else. Not having it. Those days are over. The whole let's do a threesome, let's do twins, no. Those days are over. That's something dreamed up by Hollywood. And the people who do that have sex once a month. What do I mean by that? Married couples have sex far more than everybody else on the planet. Even Magic Johnson. Did you hear me? Magic Johnson, who has thousands and thousands of women, he didn't get it every day. Married couples, some have sex twice, 3 times a day. When he gets home, after dinner, in the morning. God bless them if they can do all that. But, I mean, maybe there's some Viagra involved, but hey, and imagine if you gave your husband sex that much, would he go looking elsewhere? And you're doing everything that no. A satisfied man is a happy man. Everybody talks about let's keep the wife happy. No, keep the husband happy. They've done surveys. They've done it. They said this is why. And she has absolutely no reason to gripe because she doesn't want to give me. How can she talk about be jealous of me having sex with somebody when she's not the one having sex with me and doesn't want to give me sex? Sex is a need. If the wife is not giving you water, you go drink your water somewhere else. You need water, right? And how can she begrudge anybody else that gives you water, right? Let's think about it just as basic as that. If you don't get water at home, you bet your bottom dollar somebody else is going to give him water or her water if you're holding out. And I had older women tell me, I never play around with sex. I don't use it as a tool. I don't use it as punishment. This is his body. We're talking about married women. This is his body. I don't bargain with sex. That's the tool of harlots. That's the tool of people of women who don't know what the hell, why they're married. And the twain shall become one. That means his body is yours and your body is his. Now, if you have a headache or your stomach hurts or something like that, better use your hands. And this is not me talking. These are these older women talking, these very frank older women. Older married women. And I'm laughing because it's awkward to say that, but nothing? I have a headache. No, go away. Don't touch me. What? If nothing else. Spoon, goddammit. I mean, right? But no, I'm talking about the wives who call themselves wives who said, you didn't buy me a diamond ring. He can't afford a diamond ring. You didn't buy me a diamond ring. I'm not going to give you sex for a month. What? No. You need to be divorced with cause, and she gets nothing. You don't even know what it is to be married then. You should not be married. And he gets all the kids, he gets the house, everything. If that's the way it's done, no. And I would hope you would identify such a woman before you get married to her. Seriously, that is not something you joke around with. That's not something you play with. That's not something you bargain with. And it's my body. No, it's not your body. You don't know what it is to be married. You shouldn't be married. You should never reproduce. Because then you're going to reproduce and then tell your children that's how you play the game. No, it's not a game. It's marriage. You're creating a family. You're creating a home. 70% of divorces are started by women. Women today don't want to be married. Then don't get married. You're bad at it. You don't play around with that. And that's why I'm telling guys, if you're in that boyfriend-girlfriend stage, drop her immediately. If you're with, like I said, I'm just repeating myself at this point, but if you're with a girlfriend and she says something like that, you didn't buy me Valentine's, I'm not going to give you, so you need to drop her immediately. You need to, the next sentence out of your mouth should not be, I'm sorry. The next sentence out of your mouth should be, it's over, we're breaking up, and no, there's no getting back together because I have identified you as having a harlot mind. That's the way she is. She's not going to change. You're not going to change her, and it's not going to get better. You didn't buy me Christmas presents, so I'm not going to give you sex. I'm sorry, we are done. What do you mean we're done? I'm sorry, we're done. Bye-bye. You're going to leave me at this restaurant? Yes, make sure you pay your way. Bye. Don't call me, lose my number. I'm deleting yours right now. That should be the next sentence out of your mouth. Do not be with such a person. If it's a guy the same way, take a taxi home. If he drove you, take a taxi home. And don't go out with no money. That's stupid. I'm talking about being an adult. Don't go anywhere without it. Have enough money to pay for the entire meal if you have to, even if you are a girl. If he says the same thing, you didn't buy me anything for my birthday, I'm not going to have sex with you. I'm sorry, it's over. Just like that? Yes, just like that. Even if he was playing, even if she was playing, because you don't play around like that. That means that is in their brain. If they can joke around like that, they can be serious like that. There is no reason for you to be with somebody who doesn't absolutely love you, absolutely adore you. And yes, that's what you're looking for. You're not looking for that, well, he'll do, well, she'll do. That's not what you're looking for. And that's not what you should be wasting your energy on. She should love and adore you, listen to everything that you say, and cheer you on. And women, he should love and adore you, listen to everything you say, and cheer you on. That's a relationship. Forget this feminazi crap that you hear. You don't need to do this for him. You don't need to do that for him. That is the pathway to destruction, and it's your destruction, not the man's destruction. And this whole, I would never be a man who would talk to me like, honey, can you go get me a sandwich? Go get him a sandwich. It's a relationship because he's not saying anything. When you say, go put out the trash, is he saying that's sexist? Go fix the roof. Go fix my car. Is he crying about that's sexist? Go mow the lawn. Go pick up the dog poop out of the yard. Is he screaming, crying, and whining about that sexist? You all need to get right and understand a real relationship, because all of that whiny crap, all of that politically correct crap leads to destruction, and it leads to your destruction. It doesn't lead to anybody else's destruction. What did the Kaylee Cuoco said? I love my man. I come home. I cook him dinner. I pamper him. I love my man. I love my husband, and I'm not a feminist. And you know what? They are happily married. At the dotted line, that's what it says. These two are happily married. And for those women who say, he better not say anything like that to me, he better not do that to me. At the dotted line, what did they say? They live together. At least they have sex occasionally. That's not a very good report, is it? If you're not married and you encounter a person like that who isn't giving you intimacy, and I mean intimacy, I'm not talking about skeet, she better bend over and touch it. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about intimacy. I'm talking about affection. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about the cute stuff. Yes. And I'm talking about you doing all this, giving her love, affection, hugs, kisses, stroking her hair if she doesn't have a weave. Right? Yeah, that was a shot. Stop wearing weaves. Stroking her hair, kissing her on the side of her forehead. You know, you should look like, what was the Addams Family, Gomez and Lucretia? What was her name? And he kisses her up the arm. I'm talking about that romantic crap that men do and women do. I'm talking about that. Intimacy. If that person doesn't give you intimacy, now it's a lot of it is a lack of maturity. They're just not mature enough to even know, or they had terrible parents, right? On TV, they'll show you a scene where the father kisses the mother and the son or the daughter goes, ew. They're actors. They're reading scripts. In the script, it says the son or the daughter has to say, ew. And so then the viewer says, oh, I better not kiss my husband. I better not kiss my wife in front of the kids. That's the psychology of it. That's that broken psychosis that Hollywood is trying to put out to you. That person who doesn't want to be intimate with you more than likely came from an idiot family like that who didn't kiss. I never kiss Ma in front of the children. That's not. No, you do kiss Ma in front of them. You do show affection. How else are they going to learn about love? How else are they going to learn about affection? It's at home. And all of these retarded people walking around here saying, I'm not going to do that. I don't hug. I don't show public display of affection. That's gross. You're an idiot. Go kill yourself. We don't need you on the planet. We need more intimacy, more affection, not less of it. Thank you for watching. This should come a live show. The Love God.